Welcome everybody to week 13, day 3. A couple procedural notes. Next books just got posted during my office hours. The next functions competency exam just went up as well. While you guys are doing the coding competition today, which is what you're going to be doing, I'm going to be going through the grades list and updating all the grades manually for the competency exams, which it's kind of annoying that Canvas doesn't have any functionality for that, so I have to just kind of do it myself. I would have done it during office hours, but I was answering questions all during office hours. So what we're going to do today is a coding competition. I'm going to review unordered maps just a little bit. Again, I know I've talked about them before in here, but I'll just go over them real fast. So look at how fast I just typed this struct here. So let's say we've got a person class. In this case, we're calling them competitors because your coding competition is to do an ELO system. An ELO system is used in chess, League of Legends, Overwatch. Tinder uses ELO. I don't know if you guys know that. But what ELO means is it's a ranking of how good you are at a game. And every time you play a game of chess, the winner gains ELO and the loser loses ELO. And they gain and lose the same amount. So technically, all the total points of ELO in chess should remain constant. But what happens is that every time somebody new joins the chess world, they come in at I don't remember what the score is, 400 or 800 or something. And then if they do really badly, they pass their points on to other people. So over the years, there has been inflation on the high end of the chess world as they kind of suck points out of the low end people. But the general notion is that if your ELO is high enough, then you're considered a good player. And if it's a low ELO, then you're a bad player. And this is true for Age of Empires and chess. And in Tinder, they don't tell you what your ELO is. I've never used Tinder myself, but basically based on the people that swipe right on you, the algorithm will determine if you're attractive or not and use that to match you with more or less attractive people. So, yeah, maybe it's a good thing they don't tell you what your ELO is, so. But that's kind of how it operates. Kind of how it operates behind the scenes as it tries to estimate how attractive you are. So, pretty brutal. Yeah. When you start matching with people and you're like, oh, damn, that's who I'm matching with? Oh, So, yeah, that's ELO. So, I just made this class for you. You're going to be implementing an ELO system. You can do this with a partner, or you can do it on your own. I will partner people up in a second. Don't do anything with partners just yet. But basically, you're going to be given a bunch of... there's two phases to this assignment. The first phase is the data entry phase. It's going to type in the name, address, social security number, basically, an ELO rating for a bunch of chess grandmasters, basically. We've got a less than operator so you can sort them. If you make a vector of competitors, right? Let's say we're in main and you have a vector of competitors and back, and we've filled it with some data. By default, you can't sort. By default, you cannot sort a vector of competitors because C++ does not know how to compare them. But because we have made a less than operator, then sort will work with it. So you can sort them from highest ELO to lowest ELO, I think. That's what this less than operator does here. So anyway, it's just your basic class, just so you don't have to waste your time typing, and I do that for you. So let's go over an unordered map, and what was the thing we did here? It was called player. What did I call it? Data, sorry. Okay, and then let's say that we want to make a competitor. make a competitor called Bill. Is this going to be graded? Oh yeah, it will be. But it's also a coding competition. So you have until midnight tonight to finish it for extra credit. It should be doable within this actual class period, but I understand that some people aren't like coding wizards. So technically I will give you till midnight to finish it. So when you finish it, message me on Discord, and then I will go in and check to see that you did it. And if you did it, you get 20% bonus points. So both people have to submit it separately. And as always, if you have a partner, be like, my partner is Segun or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Bill Kearney, address 111 Main Street, ID, my social, ELO 1000. What was my ELO in chess? I think it was like at 1200, something like that. And that's it. Okay. I was like in the E level of competition or something terrible like that. They were really not great ELO, if you think about it. Yeah, I came in second place in San Diego County in chess. Kind of cool, I guess. I would have preferred getting to third place, because second place, the reward for winning the tournament was a year's subscription to Chess Magazine. Third place was a chess set, and I was poor. I really wanted the chess set because the subscription went away after a year, but the chess set, it was like a roll-up chess set with pieces that you'd carry in a tube, a travel chess set. I actually wanted that. First place, you got both. And so I was like, all right, I'll go for first place. And then when I failed, I was like kind of pissed at myself because I could have taken third. Okay. Should have thrown it. Yeah, but you can't, because when you're in the finals, if you lose, you get second place. And if you get fourth place, you get nothing. So yeah, I'd won every game up to that point. So I'm like, I'll just go for first, and then get crushed by somebody who actually knew how to play chess in the finals. Okay. So let's see here. How do you win the competition? Chess, you checkmate the enemy king, basically. So you have a bunch of pieces on the board, and yeah. I see. How do you win this competition? You solve it. It's a thing. It's a programming assignment, and you pass all the test cases. And then there's bonus points available to you. So if you read the README, there is a implementation for there's a bonus point for fastest implementation and things like that. I don't know if I'm going to do all that. I think I'll just award everybody 2 points extra credit who finishes it by midnight. So. Okay, so I got a competitor here, and now I want to add. Let's say I've got a unordered map between string and competitor. Or actually ID. IDs are all unique. So IDs are a long. Okay. And a competitor. And I'm going to call this competitors. So basically, I want to store this competitor for Bill Kearney into the competitors database. And let's say I want to check to see if it's in there already. So what I could say is like if competitors.contains, I can use square brackets, but contains is really the better way of doing it here. C.id. So contains is a function, true or false. Have we seen Bill Kearney before? And we identify people using their ID. ID is used to identify them. That's why it's called ID. So basically, if the competitors database, this is the database of all the competitors in chess, and you're not going to make a regular variable like this. You're going to do it in a while loop, and you're going to read over and over again, read name, address, ID, ELO, check to see if they're in the database. If they're not, add them to the database. If they are, I think it's an error if you try inserting the same person twice. So if they're already in there, we'll like die or something, whatever, the die function at this point. And If they're not, then we will insert them. So we'll say else. Well, we don't need an else because this dies, right? So if they're in there already, they're duplicate. If not, we will add them. So competitors dot insert yeah, you can actually use square brackets for this. C dot ID equals C. Okay, so this is going to insert. So an unordered map has a key and a value. The key is what you use to search for, to read and write to it. And so because these IDs are longs, it's a mapping between a long and a competitor. So you use the ID to write them into the database. You use the ID to read them from the database. You cannot search the database for name, address, or ELO unless you like iterate it across the whole thing or whatever. But do you have access to it yet? No, not yet. Just wait. Just listen. So so this is going to add them to the database, and then let's say we try doing it again, right? So if we try adding them a second time, it'll crash because it's in there. But if not, it'll add them. There you go. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be partnered up, two people. One person's gonna work on the math part of it, the ELO part of it. There's a formula for how ELO is calculated, and it's all in the assignment. It tells you the algebra you need to do. And so basically, given competitor 1, competitor 2, and whether competitor 1 won or lost, it's going to return a number, which is how much the ELO should go up or down. And so let's say that we're way past phase 1 now, and we need to update my ELO, right? Let's say that I lost to Sela, and I'm still working on RPG. Yeah, I spent hours grading it over the weekend. I'm mostly done, but your last name is S, so you're towards the bottom. Let's say that Sela is going to beat me at chess. Okay, so let's add him as well. And he will have a different ID than me, and his ELO, let's say, is the same. It puts all the data from the competitors in. So it uses the long. That's the value, or that's the key. That's what it uses to search for the record. And so at this point in the record, it stores all of the data. And so it uses the ID as the thing to search for. Okay. So let's say we've added all these people. All right, let's do Sela also gets added in here. Let's name this C1 just for the heck of it, for symmetry's sake. Okay, so let's later on say Sela defeats Kearney at chess. We're not doing Tinder. So what we need to do is somebody else, like I'm doing this part of the code, somebody else is going to do the algebra for computing the ELO differential. And I think since our ELOs are the same, I think it's like 15 points, something like that, of ELO that changes. So I'm going to have, this is going to come from like the ELO calculation. It's going to provide this number, but we'll just say it's 15 for now. So this will be like the point differential. So what you might want to do is do competitors working up Kearney dot ELO plus equals point differential. And, oh, no, sorry, Kearney should lose points, right? Because I lost. And Sela gains the points, right? and then cout c1.elo, c2.elo, C was not declared. And you'll see that the points don't change. And the reason for that is because the hash table is immutable. So all the entries in the hash table can't actually be changed. So what you have to do is you have to copy out the competitor and then change the ELO and then copy it back in. It's a little bit weird, but I think you can see that this didn't do anything, right? So what we have to do is say something like this. So we're going to copy out the me, and we'll copy out Cell. Technically they're still set, but you know, we're millions of lines later, you know. So we'll just copy out the entries there. Then we say c1.elo plus, sorry, I lost point differential, so I lose 15 ELO points. And then I copy the result back in. Competitors square bracket c1.id equals c1. So copy out the competitor, change, copy back in. Okay. And oh, actually, no. You know what? Maybe that did work actually. You know, because I was actually printing the first values. Let me double check actually if that code did work. Yeah, it did work. Okay, never mind. So, no, I guess it's not immutable when you do it this way. So it's not, yeah, okay, cool. All right, so this reduced my ELO by 15 points. It increased Salah's by 15 points. And there you go. And then at the end of the program, you're going to find the winner. You have a big chess tournament. It's got lots and lots of matches. So phase 1, you enter all the competitors. Phase 2, the user types in person with this ID fights person with this ID and loses. Person with this ID fights person with this ID and wins. And you sit there and you just update the ELO ratings like that. At the end of the day, you print out who won, who has the highest ELO. And that's it. That's the whole thing. This is doable in 2 hours. I am now going to partner you all up. So everybody, please. I don't want to partner with people that are AFK right now. So please, on the chat channel right now, just type here, and you will be partnered up with somebody who is active. If you are inactive, I guess you don't get a partner. So, but remember to put your partner up top. Each person has to turn theirs in separately, and you need to mark who your partner is because the cheat checker will pick up similar code, and I don't want to. It's really stressful to like be accused of cheating, and then it's like, dude, he's just my partner. Oh, okay, you know, it's like stress for me. It's stress for you. Just make sure you always credit your partner, you know, because they're co-authors. Okay, you have a team of 3. Nope, no teams of 3. And we're breaking up the teams. The gang is getting broken up. So partners. Hesterberg, why are you lost? What is lost about this? Yeah, no groups of 3 for this one. This is the assignment is actually designed exactly for 2 people, because there is the ELO part and then there's the data, this part that I'm kind of showing you right here. Okay, these cases would all be within an if statement. Yeah, you'd have a while loop and stuff like that. Okay. So okay. All right. So partners, Bringus and Jensen. Have you heard of the Long Beach cheating accusations? I have not. What happened at Long Beach? There have been a lot of famous cheating cases, by the way. Like, they had to throw out all the pharmacy test results a couple of years ago. So people who were applying to pharmacy school, all of their test results got invalidated because there's this one girl at Irvine, I think, or San Diego, UC San Diego, that leaked the questions online. All right. So Brings & Jensen are partners. Esterberg and Masood, Estes and Westfall, Holman and Salah, Hollis, sorry, you don't get to be solo, and Mora, Wiki, and Niles. Allison, my Japanese tutor's last name is Ueki. Also, you don't happen to have a sister, do you? Named Sae, S-A-E. Ueki and Niles, Egwin and Penn, Valadez, and Sao, Mason, and you have to leave soon. Mitchell. Two. Gonzalez and I don't know, whoever who wanted to be on their own. Let's see here. Hollis, fine. Hollis, you get to be on your own. There you go. What if you do leave stone? It'll be due on Tuesday, is when it'll be auto graded. But if you want to have extra credit, complete it by midnight tonight, and just message me when you're done. So here we go. You guys ready? CISA 40. You guys ready for this? And, I don't know, you get bragging rights if you finish it first or something. I don't know. All right. Yeah, message each other. Go into, like, voice chat, video chat, whatever. Share your screens or whatever. This is Discord, not Zoom. We don't have breakout rooms. You figure it out. Cromwell, you don't have a partner, do you? Did you get a partner? Did I go to UCSD? I went to UCSD. Yeah. It is a graded assignment. Yes. Is namespace STD not allowed? You are more than welcome to use namespace STD. You have to leave early, so you don't be stuck with an absolute part. You have to go to. Okay, that's fair. Okay, on your marks. Go. And I will stop the recording now. You guys have lab time until 2 o'clock. And if you have any questions, just post on here. I'm going to be just going through the grade book and updating stuff while you guys work. Okay? Peace out.